You heard it here first.
Bandersnatch. It's an adventure game based on the book. Jerome Davies was a genius.
Welcome back, friends, to Top 10 Nerd. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you happen to be new here, and if you're already subscribed, hit that little bell so that you know when we post all of our newest videos. Also, leave us a comment down below with what your favorite Black Mirror episode is. Plus, I must note that this video will have spoilers if you're not all caught up, so with that, let's get to today's video, the top 10 Easter eggs that you missed in Black Mirror Bandersnatch. In at number 10, Metalhead. Perhaps the first Easter egg that you can pick out is the poster of a video game called Metalhead. This is a direct reference to the 5th episode of the 4th season called, well, Metalhead. And both Bandersnatch and the memorable black and white episode were directed by David Slade, so you know he definitely had a part in including that Easter egg. The episode features a murderous robotic dog seen in the poster and throughout the Tuckersoft office. Number 9, USS CALLISTER. In the Pearl Ribbon ending, a news crawl pops up that reads, "Cast of Space Fleet reunite at Emmys." This is an Easter egg reference to the Star Trek-like episode where programmer Robert Daly created his own simulation of the show. It also gets a reference here in a newspaper clipping about Stefan confessing to the murder of his father. The ad reads, "The long-awaited 3rd chapter of Space Fleet has been aired. The popular sci-fi TV show continues to win over viewers." In at number 8, White Bear. There are a ton of White Bear Easter eggs all over this movie, even one of the more obvious ones like an actual video game featuring a scary polar bear aptly named White Bear. Plus, as Stefan gets deeper into creating this choose your own adventure game, he begins seeing this bracket symbol that continues to haunt him. The symbol itself is a direct reference to the same one seen throughout the 2nd episode of season 2. White Bear was about a woman being chased by armed killers and voyeuristic onlookers, which is very similar to the plot of Bandersnatch. It ultimately becomes a symbol of obsession for Stefan and takes on many meanings throughout the film. Number 7, St. Juniper Hospital. In Bandersnatch, Stefan continues to see a therapist at a place called St. Juniper Hospital. This is an Easter egg nod to the uplifting episode known as San Junipero. Also, it points to the same hospital that is in season 4's Black Museum episode. In that episode, a man's wife is hit by a van and ends up in a coma. She happens to be staying at the same hospital that Stefan visits to see his therapist. Number 6, TCKR Systems. With references to the TCKR system in Bandersnatch, this could actually prove to be the origin story of that company we see in other episodes like San Junipero and Black Museum. In the San Junipero episode, that company's technology is used to upload the minds of elderly or dead people into an alternate reality to preserve them. In Bandersnatch, the company begins as Tuckersoft, the 80s video game software company. This could point to why the episode had an 80s themed reality throughout it. Number 5, Michael CALLOW. Michael CALLOW, who you may remember from the very first episode of Black Mirror titled The National Anthem, where he was the Prime Minister in that episode. In Bandersnatch, we get an easily missed Easter egg in a news report flash. It reads, "Former PM Michael CALLOW wins Celebrity Bake Off." And if you remember in that very first episode, he was forced to televise the fornication with a pig, which makes this video game reference that much better. Number 4, 15 Million Merits. This is another episode of Black Mirror that has Easter eggs sprinkled everywhere in Bandersnatch. Firstly, Stefan's dad is smoking a brand of cigarettes called Wraith's Gold Brand, which is a nod to Wraith, the judge for the Hot Shot singing competition in 15 Million Merits. The singing competition also leads to a strange pornographic show called Wraith Babes, which points to Stefan's dad being a bit more manipulative than we first believe. In the Pearl Ribbon ending, we also see a newspaper story from 1984 about the murder of Stefan's father, to which the ad reads, "15 million talent team Hot Shots talent show to start a new series in the beginning of 1985. The last 15 Million Merits Easter egg is the video game called Rolling Road, which is very much akin to the stationary cycling game that Bing rides to earn his merits. Number 3, the Waldo moment. In yet another news headline for the Pearl Ribbon ending, we see a news crawl that reads, Liam Monroe enters Buckingham Palace. This is a reference to Waldo's political opponent played by Tobias Menzies in the episode where a cartoon bear gets involved in politics. The purpose of the Waldo character in that episode was to mock politicians only to further the cause of the Conservatives. However, with that headline, we see that Waldo's mocking did more than just further the Conservative cause, it actually propelled Monroe into British state power. Number 2, Nosedive. There are actually several different endings to Bandersnatch, and one of them features a crazy Easter egg that many would have missed. In one finale we see Stefan listening to a tape, and on the tape is some very unusual noises. Hardcore fans of the Black Mirror universe ran those unusual noises through a ZX Spectrum emulator, which resulted in a QR code of all things. That code is linked to a page on the Tuckersoft website where you can download a game called NOSEDIVE, which is an Easter egg to the Season 3 episode with the same name. Once you're on the website, if you go to the METALHEAD page and click on the advertisement banner at the bottom, it will take you to another page where you can rate your friends just like in the original episode. Like, what? Excuse me while my brain melts. Lastly, in our #1 spot, Roach Busters. In the Men Against Fire episode, an implant called Mass is used to force soldiers into killing innocents by altering their vision to change humans into giant roaches. It does this so that killing them becomes much easier. Bandersnatch makes a silly video game reference to the very serious episode with a game called Roach Busters. The description even reads, "You are responsible for the well-being of mankind. You must protect everyone, kill the roaches, and collect the stars." And that has been the top 10 Easter eggs that you missed in Black Mirror Bandersnatch. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. Plus, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Also, comment down below what you thought about this cinematic adventure and what other shows you think should do this choose your own adventure style. From Top 10 Nerd, I'm Johnny Rogers, and until next time, take care.